Paramshanti. Today we'll discuss about Alien on Moon. The video of the same is available in Hindi also. The link is provided in the description box. It is said that after 1970, the USA never attempted again to land on the moon to date. It is also found from various sources like YouTube that Neil Armstrong, who first landed on the moon, came across aliens on the moon with an alien ship. This message was transmitted to the base station on Earth from the moon by Neil Armstrong. Finally, Neil Armstrong returned from the moon within 7 days. So what is the history of the moon? What is the reality? Whether aliens are present on the moon and where they come from? The details about the moon are written in Hindu scriptures, that is how the moon was created. Every planet and satellite in our solar system is created by a deity. Moon was created by a deity named Chandradev, and he was residing there along with his family in the beginning. In the earlier times, after death, the souls used to travel to heaven via the moon. This was the only route to heaven as per Hindu philosophy. That is why the souls who are following Hindu philosophy still now go to the moon after leaving their physical body on Earth. So anyone with proper camera which can take photographs of 3-element body definitely can see those souls in the atmosphere of the moon. During meditation, what I could see in my divine vision, in 1972, the Apollo spacecraft landed on the moon with 3 astronauts. Neil Armstrong was one of them. At that time, another spacecraft from planet Saturn had already been there on the moon before the arrival of Apollo. I have already mentioned that all the planets are occupied with different group of souls of the subtle world. Even the sun is also occupied with the souls whose body is composed of the supreme fire element. They can stay at the center of the sun. As per Hindu philosophy, in the beginning, all planets were created and occupied by different deities, like Brihaspati was present in Jupiter, Shukracharya was present in Venus, and so on. Similarly, the moon was also occupied by Chandradev along with his family. As the moon is on the way to heaven, so souls in Hindu philosophy are still residing there on the moon. Both the spacecraft, one from Saturn and another from NASA, were forced to leave the moon as souls on the moon did not allow them to stay there. NASA never mentioned the presence of another spacecraft on the moon when they first landed on the moon. All these facts are brought to light to explain that souls from different religions have come to our solar system as well as to the Earth. There is a complete video on this topic of how different religions, sects, etc. are created on Earth. Souls from distant solar systems, galaxies and universes have come to this solar system and forcibly colonized all planets by replacing original souls. So whatever religion or sects that we come across on Earth, every religion and sect is originated from a subtle world by souls belonging to the respective sects or religions. These souls have come from distant places like the galaxies, other solar systems, universes, and they have now occupied all planets, satellites in this solar system. Muslim souls have captured the planet Saturn, Christian souls have captured Mars, Islam souls have captured Venus in our solar system. There is another video on Mars where it is explained how life existed 8,000 years back. Similarly, the moon is occupied by Hindu souls. Now, in order to avoid Third World War, all the souls in the subtle world are making a settlement with each other. The affirmation Paramshanti has a significant impact on the souls in the subtle world. This affirmation has made those souls adjust with each other. Now anyone can go to any planet in this solar system, but earlier there were restrictions in the movement between different planets in the solar system. 8,000 years back, Mars was captured by Christian souls and a nuclear explosion was made in that planet to forcibly throw out original inhabitants of planet Mars, that is, Hindu souls. So 8,000 years back, Christian souls had colonized Mars, thus Hindu souls fled to Earth or other places in the subtle world of the solar system. As Mars is now completely captured by Christian souls, so those souls are inspiring the scientists of Christian majority countries like the USA to make research work and come to planet Mars. Now NASA is planning to go to Mars mostly by the year 2022 or 2023. But by that time, there will be a tremendous technology revolution, and technology based on anti-gravity and supreme elements will be prevalent, and present technologies will become completely obsolete. Now there are 3 element subtle souls present in the moon as well as in other planets. The human population on Earth had already experienced the technology revolution in the last 10 years, but this present technology is nothing as compared to the future technology that will evolve in the coming 4 years. As an affirmation of Paramshanti touches souls in a subtle world, they will inspire the scientists to develop technology based on anti-gravity and supreme elements. So, spacecraft traveling with equal to the speed of light will be invented by converting fire elements to supreme elements. Aliens are mostly 3 in-element bodies, and humans cannot catch their vibrations. Thus, humans are not able to establish any firm communication with aliens. Cameras made up of physical elements cannot capture the image of aliens. So, aliens are helping their creations on Earth from a subtle world which is invisible to humans. There is always an interconnection between the physical world and the subtle world. With the progress of time, Paramshanti vibration will spread everywhere on Earth. Then there will be no barrier and discrimination between different groups, sects, religions, and as we see now. The concept of the whole world is one family will established as the vibration of Paramshanti spreads everywhere. It is the fact that different religions, philosophies, doctrines on God, etc. have come into existence only in the last 4,000 years. But in Hindu scriptures, everything has been described in detail about all planets and deities and all various layers of creation from Patal Lok to Brahmapuri of this Brahmand. So the moon was occupied by Chandradev with his family, which is also mentioned in the Hindu scriptures. The first Jyotirling in Somnath was made by Chandradev when he was doing penance on the seashore to get rid of the curse. Now the whole atmosphere is filled with negative vibrations. So the original power of the soul is suppressed under the cover of 5 gross elements. So, now the soul has no power to see or understand the activity of the subtle world. Only those souls established in pure soul consciousness can see souls in the subtle world. The crux of the knowledge of Srimad Bhagavad Gita is as follows. One should remember Almighty Authority in pure soul consciousness. Only then Almighty Authority will clear of all the sins of the souls and take the soul to his supreme abode. Without soul consciousness, no one can see the subtle world or the higher world. It has been established that in haunted houses, some entities are staying based on the experiments carried out by many YouTube channels. But till date, scientists are not in agreement on the existence of the soul. If somehow scientists accept the existence of the soul and establish the fact that different souls are staying in different planets, then it will be easier for everyone to understand the reality. The fact is that no scientific device can see soul. It is only soul consciousness through which the soul can see the soul world. The souls who are very powerful, if they will be in pure soul consciousness, then they can see souls of different categories, that is 3-element body or the body of supreme elements. So, a soul should know itself first. This is the only effort a soul should make. Life does not exist only on Earth. It is everywhere in the solar system as well as outside the solar system. Thank you so much. Paramshanti.